What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. Let's go and just jump straight into it. This weekend, NASCAR is heading back to Bristol National Speedway, but instead of racing on the dirt configuration, we'll be racing on the concrete and traditional configuration, and this also will be the cutoff race for the round of 16 as well on a short track to decide who makes it to the round of 12. But now let's also first take a look at the weather for this weekend. So, the weather looks pretty good for this weekend. There's only a 20% chance of rain, and when the green flag drops around 6:30, 7:30 Eastern, the race we expect to be about 77, 76 degrees with mostly cloudy temperatures, but the weather should be really, really good. So if you're going to the race, the weather should look really, really promising. I'm looking forward to that. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff line going into the standings, going into the final race to decide who makes it to the round of 12. So Denny Hamlin is locked in with the win, which came at Darlington. Mark Jr. is locked in a win that came at Richmond. And Kyle Larson, after accumulating enough points, he has a 98-point cutoff cushion, which means he locks himself into the round of 12 automatically. Joe Logano sits 40 points above the cutoff line. Ryan Blaney sits 28 points above the cutoff line going into Bristol. Kevin Harvick sits 25 points above the cutoff line. Really good cushion for him. Chase Elliott 19 points above the cutoff line after two kind of frustrating races. He still is in a pretty good position going into this weekend. Christopher Bell sits 17 points above the cutoff line. Brad Keselowski sits currently 13 points above the cutoff line. Kyle Busch is 8 points above the cutoff line. Eric Almirola sits 3 above the cutoff line. And Kurt Busch right now sits with 0 points above the cutoff line. Now looking at the grid below, Alex Bowman is -0. The reason that Kurt Busch is ahead of him right now is because of the tiebreakers. Kurt Busch has had a better finish than Alex Bowman. Tyler Reddick sits 5 points behind the cutoff line. William Byron sits 18 points below the cutoff line, and Michael McDowell is 38 points below the cutoff line. There's a couple drivers that I think that could have a chance, guys like Alex Bowman and Tyler Reddick. I think William Byron and Michael McDowell going this weekend are going to be in must-win situations. I think 18 points is a little bit too much, and I also think Michael McDowell is way too far back. He's in a must-win situation going into this weekend. But now we're going to go ahead and jump onto the picks for this weekend. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I do this similar to the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. I do a suck pick, a driver that kind of runs up front I think is going to struggle. An underdog pick, a driver that doesn't always run up front or is in underfunded equipment who's going to run really well and who also has been on a hot streak who's in underfunded equipment. And my winner's pick who I think is going to win overall. And I tell you who I think you need to keep an eye out for this weekend here at Bristol. So now let's jump onto the picks. Who is my suck pick for this weekend at Bristol? My suck pick has been kind of hit or miss here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's kind of surprising considering he's kind of pretty good at the 750 horsepower package race this year. But I look back at his stats, and he has a 24th place average finish, even in SHR equipment. He has absolutely struggled throughout the time. I think Eric Almirola is going to struggle this weekend. I think he is going to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. I don't see Eric Almirola running really, really well. I think SHR has improved as the year has gone on. But like I said, Eric Almirola's tracker here has not been really, really impressive. I think Eric Almirola is going to finish outside the top 20, and I think he will be unfortunately eliminated out of the first round. I think he gets eliminated in the first round. He will not, and he will be your suck pick this weekend here at Bristol. And now we're going to jump onto the underdog pick. Who is my underdog pick for this weekend here at Bristol? My underdog pick is actually going to be a non-playoff driver. This team, the last time we were here, had their first really, really outstanding race. Now, keep in mind, this was at the Bristol configuration. This is not at the concrete configuration. But I've looked up this guy's stats, and he has some pretty decent stats overall and some pretty decent equipment. With Joe Gibbs Racing, he has some pretty decent stats. And he's in pretty solid, even the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, and the Cup Series. My underdog pick is going to be Daniel Suarez. I think Daniel Suarez is going to have a very, very impressive run this weekend. I think Daniel Suarez is going to get a top 10 finish. Recently, track has been hit or miss, but I think they're going to get back on track, and I think that they are going to perform well, and I think Daniel Suarez will have a top 10 run and get a second or third top 10 finish of the year. I think Daniel Suarez is going to be an underdog pick here at Bristol. And now we're going to jump onto the winner's pick for this weekend at Bristol. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick, the last time we raced on the concrete configuration of track, this guy pretty much dominated in the event, and it looked like he was going to run away with this thing. It looked like he had the race in the bag, and then Joey Logano affected him, and Kevin Harvick passed him late in the race. But I don't think that this is going to happen once again. I think that Joe Gibbs Racing is going to sweep the round of 16, and I think that Kyle Busch is going to pick up his third win of the 2021 season. He's going to put up a clutch victory, and he is going to win, like I said, win his third race of the year, his first is Kansas, and we'll have Joe Gibbs running all three races. Kyle Busch, like I mentioned, arguably one of the best drivers here at Bristol, not just currently racing, but historically at the track. And I think that he's going to use the advantages he has historically at the track. And I think that Kyle Busch will overall pick up the victory here at Bristol. I think he will win and give Joe Gibbs Racing a sweep here. And now we're going to jump on to the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol. The first one you need to keep an eye on, I think, is going to have to, of course, be Kyle Larson. Not only because Kyle Larson's been the best driver in the Cup Series this year, but Kyle Larson has been historically really, really good here at Bristol. In a spring race in 2018, he was on the verge of winning at that, but of course he had contact late in the race with Ryan Newman and then got beat by Kyle Busch late in the event. He's come close at points and has led a lot of laps historically at the track. I think Kyle Larson is going to have a good shot of contending for the victory. I think he'll for sure get a top 5, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat Kyle Busch at the end of the day. But I think Kyle Larson is going to continue the momentum he has had all year, and I think he'll be the first one you need to keep an eye on. The second one you need to keep an eye on, I think, is actually going to be Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch has historically been really good. This is one of Kurt Busch's best tracks, if not his best track on the circuit. Not to mention, he actually has won this event quite a few times. He won this event, I think, back in 2003, and also won this in 2018 to get his only win of the 2018 season, his last win with the Stewart-Haas Racing organization. But Kurt Busch has been very good on the 750 horsepower package race this year, and I think Chip Ganassi Racing has also been good here in the past. So I think that Kurt Busch will bring a lot of speed, and I think that this will help Kurt Busch lock his way into the round of 12. I think that this propels Kurt into the round of 12, and I think he gets a top 5 this weekend here at Bristol. A third driver we need to watch out for is going to be Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin is one of the most underrated drivers in the history of Bristol. He has 2 or 3 victories, one coming in the fall race in 2012, and the other one coming in 2019 in a heartbreaking one where he beat Matt Benedetto, which was very, very heartbreaking to watch. And it looked like Matt was going to run away with it, and it unfortunately had issues with Ryan Newman in the event. I think Denny Hamlin will be a threat this week, and Denny Hamlin's been on a roll over the last couple weeks. He led a majority event at Richmond, and he ended up winning Darlington. I think he's going to have a lot of momentum, and I think he could get an overall contend for the victory here at Bristol. And a final driver we need to watch out for this weekend is going to be Chase Elliott. Now, Chase Elliott is someone that a lot of people are probably not putting on the radar this weekend, but I think that Chase Elliott is going to be a threat because if you look at Chase Elliott historically at a track like Bristol, he's been really, really good. Chase Elliott won the All-Star race in 2020. Yes, that was shorter, but he won that event. And he actually came close to winning the 2020 spring race here, well, the 2020 summer race, since that was in December due to COVID-19, but had contact late against Joey Logano and looked really, really strong in the fall race last year. So I think Chase Elliott will be a threat, and I think he'll do enough to make sure he advances to the round of 12, but I think Chase Elliott will be a contender this weekend at Bristol. So, anyway, those are my race picks for the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race at Bristol. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications so you're notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and some of our page on the list description below for that, and comment your race picks for this weekend at Bristol. Who are your race picks for this weekend? Let me know your suck pick, let me know your underdog pick, and let me know your winner's pick. Just a reminder, my suck pick is going to be Eric Almirola, my underdog pick is Daniel Suarez, my winner's pick is Kyle Busch, and the ones I need to keep an eye on are Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott. Let me know yours in the comments below. But anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. And I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.